Let's see. Let's do Michael. Black cement. Okay, let's do Michael Jordan Air Jordan 3 black cement. All right. So this says it has it. Again, Amazon's probably going to nail it, so we don't want to do that. It's a rare shoe, so you're not going to see a bunch of results on it. But so this brings us to okay. Well, that's not a good example, but you get my point. Let's do something like let's see. Let's move on. Let's do plumbing. Recently, I had to get the flex pipe on my car fixed. So let's do Audi A4 flex pipe 2007. This is a specific search. So let's see how well these landing pages are. On an e-commerce page, like we said, the landing page can be the product page. Simple enough. So it brings me here. It would have been nice if they had a picture, any picture. And obviously I didn't specify the year. But yeah, I mean, this is not a very good landing page. But they should make sure, and remember, they just paid like 20-30 cents for this. You know, they should make sure the pictures are loading and there's an image there, to which there wasn't. On an e-commerce page, remember, I'll keep saying this, product page is okay for the landing page. Okay, so here is this landing page. Again, no picture, but let's see, we have to be more specific though. But just to take that extra step, most people wouldn't take that extra step. Do you see what I'm saying? But it would be great if they had a picture. No, but they don't. Okay, let's move on. Let's do one more. Let's look for a bad one. So let's go plumbing. That one wasn't the best. Emergency plumbing. Boston. So let's see. For some reason, my search engine thinks I'm in Connecticut, as you saw from the last video. So let's click on this one. Remember, we wanted emergency plumbing, Boston, Massachusetts. The search query should always match, because remember, this has been posed as a question. The search query should match the needs. The landing page should match the needs of the search query. Okay, so this is their landing page. Local Boston plumber. They give a little description here. Why choose Winters? No upfront cost. You can trust us. Call us today. 30% off. Plumbing, cooling and heating, about us. Okay, this landing page isn't the greatest. And let me tell you why. There's no real call to action. There's a call us today. But what if somebody doesn't want to call? What if they just want to put in information? But you know what? I'm being hard on them. I mean, think about it. They want to call. People call us now. You know, call us today. For that specific search query, yeah. You know, you could use, you know, most people would stop here and just call if they really needed the service. But they don't need they don't need this drop down right here. This isn't a bad landing page. They don't need maybe testimonials, maybe like at the end. This should be moved up a little bit higher, and this should be shortened a little bit. People aren't going to read all this text, and this coupon right here. They definitely, as a secondary measure, should have had like a contact form, just like 3 lines. Put their name, an email address, and maybe like a where they could get back to the customer just in case they didn't want to call right away. Because some people, you leave a number and they don't want to call. But it would have been nice if they filled out the information. But it said emergency plumbing. So for that specific query, I probably would have made with that keyword. I would have more than likely made a page that was speaking more to the needs of that query. Do you see? So if you go here, this is their landing page, which is just an extension of this domain right here. So this is what their home page looks like. As you can see, they can book online and save. I mean, I think this is what I mean by contact form. I would have put something like that in here, and and you can't even put in any fields in the contact. So obviously I would definitely change that if I were them. But yeah, this definitely needs work. Definitely needs work. But as you can see, when people are on a landing page, remember what the query was. Emergency plumbing, Boston, Massachusetts, right? So for that keyword, obviously that person needs a plumber right away. This ad should have spoke more to that. It definitely should have spoke more to that, and it didn't. There should have been something that said, need an emergency, have an emergency, need a plumber right now, 24/7, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say any of that here. So, again, this could go away. It should really speak to the search query. But, yeah, they definitely need some work on that. Let's see what this one looks like. All right. So remember what we talked about. A home page is very rarely a landing page. So let's see what they did here. The first thing I can tell you right here is this is busy. You want to make sure your landing page is just that, a page that speaks to the query. What I do like is they have an emergency response system here. They could do something about this. When pages don't load, people can sometimes say, okay, well, what's going on there? So this picture over here isn't loading. If they don't, people's thinking, you never want to give people a reason to hit the back button. So people's thinking is like, okay, well, if this didn't load and they don't pay attention to this, I mean, why am I going to pay them X amount of money, to do to come and fix my plumbing? So you have emergency response. I mean, this right here, always ready 24/7. This right here is good. I think they should have activated this link right here so that when people clicked on it, they could be a contact form. Or, obviously, people see this number, they'll just call right there. But they probably should have done more to make this a little more interactive. This is too busy. There's too many. This isn't focused. Do you see what I'm saying? So they should have made, there's just too much going on right now. But like when I'm coming on a landing page, this is important. I want to know, okay, well, who am I dealing with? But they won that in 2012. They maybe should have got something a little more current, but read client reviews. I mean, this is all relevant to what the person is trying to accomplish. But there's too much going on here, For a service like this, most people would, if they really needed it, they would definitely call the number. Do you see? So yeah, they have a blog here. The site overall is a good site. It probably should have just been more focused. Let's try this one. Remember, a landing page, landing page, very, very seldomly is a landing page, a home page. So this definitely could improve. Should be more specific to the search query, and this isn't. So yeah, that about does it today. As you can see, there are good landing pages and there are really bad ones out there. And none of these were terrible at all, you know? And they're probably just not working. You know, obviously they're focused on their business. They're probably just not focused on, you know, trying to create the best landing pages. You know, they have a service to offer and a product to sell, and they all do a great job, I'm pretty sure. You know, they got a lot of stuff right. But I'm just talking about when you talk about the nitty and the gritty, when you talk about AdWords and you talk about how it's a uh, service of and how AdWords work, the simplest of all changes is the difference between low converting ads, low conversion rates, and high conversion rates. Just making simple changes, you know? And for the most part, they all do a good job at conveying the service they offer, but there's need for improvement. And like I said, all the pages we looked at today, there were some great ones, and there were some ones that could need improvement, but there were none that were like terrible. Okay. So I want to thank you for following along, and we're gonna tackle day 5 next. And you all have a good night. And again, you can subscribe below. You can follow us on Twitter at GoPryWeb. And you can also like us on Facebook at Primus Web on Facebook, and visit us online. Thank you.